When cash is tight, borrowing might help bridge the gap until you can save or earn more. You may borrow money in several different ways, including from financial institutions, from friends and family, and from retailers that provide financing options. As you may or may not be aware, not all debts have the same impact on your financial life. And although borrowing money may help you meet your current financial demands, it may be harmful to your financial life in the long run. But you must become aware of the most damaging debts to have if you want to succeed financially in your life. In this video, we'll discuss the 4 types of debt you absolutely must stay away from. Debt from vehicle loans is first. Auto loan debt is another kind of debt that many individuals struggle with. With the hefty interest rates, auto loan debt may quickly put you in debt. Here are a few strategies for avoiding this kind of debt. You must carefully plan your purchase on automobile. Don't purchase a vehicle unless you are certain you have a plan in place to pay it back. If you don't, make one right away or think again about buying a car on credit. Avoid taking on debt to get new automobile. Instead, if you want to keep your vehicle from going entirely out of commission, think about purchasing a vehicle that you can afford. Old automobiles are less expensive and nevertheless fulfill the same functions as new ones. An automobile's primary purpose is to transport you from one location to another. And even a second-hand car may fulfill this duty. Lack of a budget is another factor in why individuals borrow money to purchase automobiles they cannot afford. You need to create a budget for your automobile just as you do for your food and other expenses. Before you take out a car loan, be aware of how much you are willing to spend on a vehicle. To see how automobile expenses translate into monthly payments, you may simply perform research online. When you visit the dealer, remember to haggle before finalizing the purchase. If you negotiate properly, you may be able to persuade the dealer to lower the price by between $500 and $1,000. The dealer wants to charge you as much as possible in order to maximize their profit and boost their own commissions. Also, avoid delaying your debt payments and work to pay off any vehicle loans as quickly as you can. You may be able to make lower payments over a longer period of time, but you will pay less in interest if you pay off the debt as quickly as you can. More money put down as a down payment will also shorten the time it takes you to repay it and the amount of interest you will have to pay. You must realize that the true cost of a vehicle goes beyond simply the amount you pay to purchase it before you incur any auto loan debt. Moreover, there are ongoing expenses like gasoline, upkeep, and repairs. Most individuals don't think about this, so after buying their automobile, they still have to spend a lot of money on it, making it challenging to pay back their loan. The second is credit card debt. Even if you don't have the cash on hand right now, using a credit card makes it simple for you to purchase the items you desire. However, using a credit card to pay has become so simple that most individuals are unaware when they have spent more than they can comfortably afford. In conclusion, using a credit card is easy, but if you're not cautious, you may get into a lot of debt. Credit card loans often have high interest rates, up to 27%, which is why they may have such a crippling effect on your financial situation. Due to these high interest rates, if you miss a payment on a $1,000 credit card balance, you risk accruing an additional $270 in interest. Since interest accrues over time, this sum might be higher. You must keep an eye out of some of the typical reasons people get into credit card debt and take steps to remove them if you want to prevent it. Lack of a budget is one of the main causes of credit card debt for individuals. Some individuals believe that creating a budget is either unnecessary or a total waste of time. But if you want to stay out of debt, you must utilize this tool. Having a budget makes it simple for you to see if you consistently spend too much money in a certain area. It also enables you to efficiently plan your spending at the beginning of each month. Allot a certain amount of each necessity and so cut down on wasteful expenditure. For instance, purchasing a cup of coffee each day results in a $30 to $150 monthly expenditure. A cup of coffee often costs between $1 and $5, but if you choose to prepare it at home, it will only cost you between 16 and 18 cents each cup. If you compare the cost of brewing coffee at home against purchasing it from a store, you'll see that making your own coffee may save you a significant amount of money each month. One tool that will enable you to think in this way and cut out wasteful spending is a budget. Avoiding hasty purchases is another approach to prevent credit card debt. When you aren't carrying cash, it is simple to slip into the trap of utilizing a credit card to purchase several items that you do not need. When you're using your credit card, you may not feel like you're spending too much money. To fix this, make a list of what you need to purchase and, if at all feasible, stop using your credit card. Spend your money but only on items you can really afford. Lastly, if you want to get rid of your credit card debt, you must make every effort to make your payments on time. Your debt grows as a result of accruing interest when you put off paying off your credit card obligations. Third on the list is payday loan debt. Payday loans are another kind of debt you really must stay away from. Several financial firms that provide payday loans will highlight the benefits of this kind of debt in an effort to persuade you to accept one. But they are only providing you with one perspective. Due to its short payback duration, a payday loan is one of the loans with highest interest rates. In essence, a payday loan is a short-term emergency loan with a high interest rate that is often repayable in less than a month from the time you take it out. Payday loans allow you to borrow up to 50% of your anticipated income, and most individuals take out a payday loan because they have an urgent need that cannot wait until they get their next paycheck. The interest on these loans is often withdrawn right away from your next paycheck. The ease of payday loans is one of the factors that make them popular. You might get payments right away after applying for a loan and having it authorized. These may give the impression that those in need of emergency cash are getting a good bargain. But the interest rate on these loans is substantial and they may have other drawbacks and perks. For every $100 you borrow through a payday loan, for instance, you may be charged as much as $20. Keep in mind that you have a brief window of time, say 2 weeks, to pay back this high interest rate. And that for certain borrowers who don't return inside that window, interest keeps occurring. The fact that these loans may leave you financially insecure is yet another drawback. Payday loan borrowers must maintain taking them in order to satisfy their ongoing financial demands. Consider withdrawing half of your wage before your payday on your own. You'd have nothing left over for spending. And you could be obliged to ask for another loan, which would leave you trapped in a never-ending cycle of debt. Even if payday loans are simple to get, you should avoid them at all costs since they may not be the best option for you. Asking a friend or family member to lend you some money in the short time is more preferable than applying for a line of credit, which has reduced or no interest rate and will prevent you from potentially being sucked into the payday loan debt cycle. Fourth is student loan debt. Another kind of debt that you absolutely must stay away from is student loan debt. Most graduates leave school with debt, and some don't have a clear strategy for repaying it. It's not a good idea to graduate from college in debt, particularly if your degree provides few employment opportunities. In this situation, repaying the debt is made more challenging. Thus, avoiding it is the wisest course of action. When you graduate from college with debt, it may have a significant negative impact on your finances. It may make it more difficult for you to start saving for your retirement or save for future purchases like a home or automobile. Being in debt by thousands of dollars may also be emotionally taxing since it looms over you like a black cloud. Fortunately, there are methods to cut down on or completely eliminate student debt. Create a strategy before you enroll in college as the first step in avoiding student debt. It is possible to start saving money or college while still in high school by getting a job. This will significantly ease the financial load after you have been admitted. You should also think about attending less costly schools. Although public institutions sometimes give the same degree as private universities do, you may wish to take that into consideration. Cutting your living expenditures as a student is another thing you can do to lower the cost of education and prevent debt. If you wish to avoid debt, you must put up with the inconvenience right now. If you can attend school while still living at home, do so. You'll save money and graduate with a huge advantage thanks to it. Yet, you might also think about finding a roommate if that choice is not an option for you. Rent might be divided between you and your roommate, saving you money over renting the unit alone. In other words, if you want to succeed financially, you must learn to stay away from these serious types of debt at all costs. We really appreciate you watching our videos. For more of these, please make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. Hit the like button for the video